What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I know it's been a while since I made a video. I'm sorry about that, but I'm glad that I finally got the chance to do another video. Now, in this video, I'm going to be sizing Playmates minifigures with the other customs that I've done over the years of the other Titans to see will they match up good with these monsters, or would they be more too large for them. Now, the only thing is, and I probably will just go on with this and just say more likely these ones right here are probably going to be the ones that kind of fits the most. Mostly because right here, this monster, the Hellhawk, was actually meant to be as large or just much larger than what we saw in the film. If y'all have seen videos or have the book, the art book of Godzilla vs. Kong, they show where there is an actual Hellhawk that's bigger than the Heaves, so Kong could fight it. So there was meant to be a Titan size version of the Hellhawk. So that is what we're going to base this one for. And the Skullcrawler will probably be the same way with the other monsters as well. But that is just a guess right now, but we will find out towards the end of this video which one size perfect. Now the Warbat might, but we'll find out which ones look good and where do they stand. Now there will be a special sizing or a special guess at the end of the video. So if y'all want to take wild guesses on which one it is until, before it gets there, go on and write its name in the comments. But we're going to go on and start. Well, you know what? Don't worry about that, because you could just wait and see it at the end, because there aren't so many of them. But let's go on. I'm going to go from the smallest to the largest in the customs. So let's get started. The first up is Nikika, the Kraken Titan. Now you would be thinking this would be the last one, but not really, because I'm not going by the length, we're going by the height. And because this monster is about, if the camera will focus on her, the body size. Now, how she stands right here looks like she could probably work with these figures, especially with probably Godzilla, because we only see them kind of like this only for a moment. So we're going to move on from there. We're not going to do length because all these monsters are kind of just, this one would probably come close with length if it was stretched out. But since it's not, they would probably be close from head to head. So we're going to move on to our next Titan. Next up, when I'm done with the pump showing them, they're going to be put behind them so we can get better kind of get them lined up in the back. Next up will be Vetnu. Now, Vetnu was meant to be in Godzilla 2014, but if you want to know more about that, go check out its video. Now, he probably would be good with these because of the height ways, because of time you stand him up, but not really because he's meant to be a little bit shorter than Godzilla. But right here, if you want just to have them kind of sized up like this, it works. So let's go on and move on. It's about the same size or slightly taller than the Skullcrawler, but it's much larger like it should be. So like I said, the Skullcrawler, Kong, and the Hellhawk might actually end up being the right sizes for everyone. Gonna move you on back here. Next up is another monster from the comic, just like Nikiko was, and that is the Lemur Titan. Now, as we can see, the Lemur Titan kind of does size. Hang on, let's move Behemoth a little bit up, lined up with everyone. So kind of just going like this, Lemur Titan actually does size good with everyone. Now, it would probably be short, a little bit shorter than Kong, or if the lemur stood up, it would be about right here. So that would be a good size. So we're going to move you on right here. Next up is Setmet. And sorry about that, my arm got caught on a piece of cord. But Setmet, the Lion Titan, kind of size is good. Now what I'm doing is showing the size, but we should be going like right here too. Now that probably is about the right size, maybe. But all these customs were made to go with the Jack Pacific Godzilla. But they do look like they line up good and kind of works out with everyone here. I'll move him back. Next up is Rock Muto. Now, Rock Muto was meant to be in Godzilla 2014. If you want to learn more about him, go check out his video as well. And he kind of does look like he would work out with everyone. Now, Kong, on the other hand, this would probably be right on the money. Because, and Behemoth, because one, Godzilla is actually nerfed right here. And that's also the same with Nikiko, not Nikiko, the Setmet. Because Kong and Godzilla is not meant to be the same height, or Behemoth. Godzilla is meant to be larger than most of these others, being about right here. So everything kind of sizing with him is just kind of being nerfed right now. But everyone else, and Behemoth is kind of nerfed as well because he's meant to be larger than Kong as well. Kong and Behemoth would actually stand about right here. So these two right here are kind of nerfed in size. But everyone else does work out, and I'm sorry I didn't mention that at the beginning. Everybody got kind of turned. Next up is another monster from Godzilla King of the Monsters, and that is Baphomet, the Goat Titan. Now, he kind of sizes okay with them, but it's starting to get a little bit too much on them. Especially these two right here. So these two might actually get pulled out because of the sizing issue. But to everyone else, this actually kind of looks good. Especially with Kong here. Because every time you put body to body size, they are kind of work and in height. Because Kong might be one of the largest Titan, but he is not larger than most of them. Especially like Behemoth. Like I already said, Behemoth is actually meant to be larger. Kind of find a spot for you back here. Next up is Scylla. Now Scylla kind of would work, or some would work, because she's meant to be around the size of like Kong. But because Scylla's not, how I have her is kind of like a low, relaxing pose, not like standing straight up. These legs was supposed to have been a little bit more about right here. But they would work kind of well together. So we're going to move her on back. Now these two right here are going to get moved because the rest of these were meant to be, and I should have went on and moved these ones out the way because their size does not match up with anything. But you know, we're going to keep them. Never mind, I changed my mind. I'm sorry, everybody. It's been a while, and I'm sorry I keep messing up. Hopefully y'all can forgive me. Kind of move. So there we go. Now the rest of these are kind of getting more in the height, so a lot of them are not going to look right. So next up we have Polyphemus, the Cyclops Titan. As you can see, there's this little eye right here in the center of his head. But on the pictures and stuff we see of him, his horns kind of block that. Now with him, I can see Warbat working in size. These ones right here, no. Because one, we do not, well really, we don't have a size comparison for three of these monsters. By chance, we do not have actual size comparison. I'm going to pull them back. And that is right here, these three. Now we have got concept art of them and a few others that will be showing up too. But these ones right here are just kind of guess sizes. And one day I am going to add the finished segment, because when I went back, the segment has armor going down, or like not armor, but kind of like the scalings, almost like Vetnu scalings on her. So I wanted to make that point off. These ones right here are kind of guessed, but they kind of worked out in the way. So I'm going to move them back to where we were with Polyphemus sizing up. Now I can see these ones right here, like Kong and the Titan Skullcrawler or Apex Skullcrawler. We don't know if Apex modified and put like Titan DNA with the red Skullcrawlers to make them larger, or is that really the size that they can grow to, and they just never reach this Titan size in the movie. But either way, these ones right here works out fine. So what I'm going to do is move Godzilla and Behemoth over, put Warbat right here. So when I pull out the rest of them, we can get a better look at the main ones that they probably would work with. So yes, probably, and this one's a probably too. Now if you want to, you don't have to use this for Titan size. You could just use it like the like with the Stir Buffalo, the Holy Tiger, and the others for just a backup creature. But the only thing about him, he does not want to stand as well. But there we go. But yes, he works great with these ones, and probably the rest will. So we're going to move him on back. Next up is one that size was actually thought to be larger than all of them, but actually was really the smallest out of the newer Titans and King of the Monsters, and that is Methuselah. Now, yes, everyone at the beginning, we all thought Methuselah was like ginormous, but find out he wasn't even at I think he was just at slightly over 300. So these ones right here, like I said, does not work. Now over here between these ones will probably work out. Just like right here. Kong is slightly taller than Methuselah, because Methuselah is like 320 maybe. I'm not really sure on his height, but right up here is where his true height is. Hopefully I remember to do that. If not, I'm sorry. But right here, I think these ones will all work out. So we're going to move Methuselah on back. Nope, can't see him. We're going to find... There we go. Next up is Queen Muto / Barb. Nope. Nope. Yes. And the rest is probably yes. Because she is, well, not real. Well, hang on. We got to pull these two kind of close to find out if these ones work out or not. Okay, they slightly do, because I think Queen Muto is a little bit supposed to be larger than the regular Muto. So these two probably would work out fine. And we all know this one, it will probably work out too. There we go. Alright, now we're getting into the last two. And these ones are kind of the largest. And that is McCanny and Bebe. Because of the long neck. Kind of is larger than the Jakks Pacific Godzilla, but on about the same size. But like the rest of them, I think these ones right here actually would work out. Now Kong I'll keep pulling out because we kind of know his height and more about him than we do of these two, and especially that Titan size version. So that's why I keep pulling him up, if y'all haven't noticed. But right here, I can believe these two right here would work out perfectly. Only thing is, if Kong was just slightly taller, he would be perfect. But at the size that he is, that's good enough. Now, last and not least, we have Muto Prime. One of the largest customs from the Monsterverse that I've done so far. Now, as we all know from the comic, this is not the version of Godzilla that Muto Prime fought. Because the one he fought was the slightly shorter 355 height Godzilla without having these dorsal plates. So that is mostly why it will not be evolved in size, and Behemoth as well. Because the Behemoth would probably be close to the right size or slightly, well, I don't know, let's find out real quick. Yeah, Behemoth would actually be about right here to it. So these two will not be involved. Now the rest of these would probably work out perfect. And like I said, Kong will be more likely to come up. And that is probably about the right size, because this is probably about 400. And Kong is like 330, 335, I believe. If I'm wrong, let me know in the comments. But that is more likely where that size would actually work out. Or slightly be about right here. About 1/2 inch taller, he would be bright. Slap him down in the back. Now, like I said at the beginning, there was going to be one special one, and this is not actually in the films, comics, or anything. This is actually a fan-made monster, but I was asked to do all Titan customs. So, I finally found him. It took a while because he was kind of boxed up, and got put away by accident. But I'm glad I finally found him so he can make appearance in videos again. And I'm sorry that I have forgotten the name of this Titan, and hopefully the creator of this one will not get too upset at me for forgetting it. I am so sorry. But that is the Penguin Titan. Now, I am sorry that I forgot what this name was, and when I was trying to pronounce it, I kept messing up left and right, and I didn't want to mess up on here, so we're just going to say the Penguin Titan for right now. Now, he does not really size up with any of these monsters. Maybe the ones over here, but when it comes to Godzilla, it's like a no. And Behemoth, no. Over here, probably, because one, this is a snake, and it was not large enough to wrap completely from toes to head all the way around. So this monster right here sizes good with this one. This probably would size alright. And Kong, like I said, these are all meant to be with Jack specific Godzilla, so if this was slightly taller, about right here, it would work. But like the size that this is, it kind of works out with everything. And then you got the Hellhawk right here, and that will probably just be whatever, because we do not have a size for that one. But this one is actually one of the taller Titans that was made, because we actually had the full size and everything. But if it pairs with anything else, just like Polyphemus, there is no size. Baphomet, no size. Sepmet, no size. No, nothing but names and concept art. Just like the also McKenny and Bebe. But with Scylla and Methuselah and Barb, he works out. But hopefully everybody enjoyed the video. I know it was probably not as good as all the others, and I'm sorry that I just put myself down, but I know I gotta get back into making videos again. But hopefully this worked out, and I hope everybody enjoyed. I love all of y'all, and I'm sorry that it's taken me so long to get back into doing this. And I hope everybody has themselves a great day or night. Thank you for watching, and I'll see y'all next time.